Bear with us a second. And I'll just need to turn the sound. Oh, I know I can. No, I can't. Turn the sound off there. Okay, we are live. We are on Facebook. So, welcome to Love Speaks Love. I am Denise, your host, and my two beautiful guests for this show today, our Dragon Special, are Zahara Celestial and Maryanne Savino.
Hello.
Hi. So yeah, welcome you two. It's you're not strangers to Love Speaks Love, and it's just amazing to have you both back. And I think that was the last, I don't know if that was the last show I did with either of you, but I can't believe that that was 2 years ago. Like I messaged Zahara and was like, oh, look what we did a year ago. Because I saw it 2021 and I thought it was last year. And then it clicked, like, I was like, oh my goodness, that's actually 2 years ago.
2 years ago. I remember that. Yeah. Wow.
So we are, we're going to be connecting with the dragons, and we've kind of left this open really as to how things work. And I'd like a bit of a catch up between us as well before we get into the dragon stuff. Although in the heart to heart connect, they will probably make their presence known in that. So yeah, welcome everybody who's watching either with us live now or on the replay in a future now moment. And we normally start Love Speaks Love with a little heart to heart connect, and we will do that in just a second. Just see if there's anything else to say first. I'll let you both introduce yourselves if you wish to once we do this. Okay, so for anybody watching, if you're in a position to do so, obviously not if you're driving or operating heavy machinery, but let's just close our eyes and bring our awareness into our heart space. Feeling our hearts connecting together in the one unified field of love. So let us breathe love into our beautiful hearts, into all of the cells of the body. And on your out breath, releasing anything of the day so far, or the day ahead, or the week. We're just intending to release any old energies that your body's ready to let go of on your out breath. And feeling our bodies filling up with love. And let us just extend our heart awareness out to the heart of Gaia. So feeling ourselves fully present in our physical bodies. Connecting our hearts to Gaia, and in doing so, feeling Gaia's love, her recognition of all of us, and her appreciation and her gratitude for all that we are and all that we do. So let us show our appreciation, sending love to Gaia, and just feeling that beautiful reciprocation. Feeling Gaia's love moving into our bodies, into every cell. And connecting with the New Earth template that I always see emanating out from the heart of Gaia. And extending our heart awareness out now to the heart of the sun. Sending love and gratitude from our hearts to the heart of the sun, and feeling that solar energy, that solar love moving into your heart, into every cell of your body. And extending the heart awareness out to the heart of Source Creator. And feeling the energy, the love from Source, moving into your body. You might feel it entering your crown, moving down your spinal column. So these three energies are meeting in our hearts. And as we do this, and as we connect all of our hearts together, I'm seeing beautiful golden light lighting up on the planet. And as we connect our energies, seeing golden light emanating out to all of these points. So all of our hearts are connecting to all of the other hearts. And I'm seeing a beautiful grid of golden light all the way around the earth. And feeling the presence of the dragons. And it feels like we have earth dragons, inner earth, galactic dragons, golden dragons. And also feeling the presence of the whale. And feeling a connection with the elephants too. And the lions. So calling in all of our multidimensional aspects, our galactic and star families, beings of inner earth. And I'll hand over at this point to you, Zahara, if there's anything that you wish to add, and then on to Maryanne.
Arkuish ianamokotoshkwe hanach kotoshkwe tiana omukwe sian moya siam.
I got an image of hatchlings, of little baby dragons coming in, birthing into the new earth with their magical codes of light that are really basically pure love and heart energy, and the ending of division, they're telling me, and all about the unified heart for all sentient beings, from the cosmos to Mother Earth, from the beyond, the beyond, the beyond. We love you. We are here. We are with you. We are excited. I see little dragon babies jumping up and down, excited and happy. Joy, joy, joy.
Beautiful. Thank you both. So, yeah, just opening your eyes whenever you're ready. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. So maybe we just start with a little catch up. Who would like to go first in that? And maybe, no, actually, because I'm feeling the dragons have been coming in for a lot of people at the moment. Like it really, I've never known that energy to be so strong. But let's move to that second. Let's just have a little catch up and see how we all are first. Over to you, Zahara.
Well, the dragon energies come in so strongly that I haven't really got anything to say about me. I just felt the dragon grid, and because there's the three of us, I've got this golden, in a way, dragon grid, and yes, bringing in lots of information. Take my breath away, really, because they're so of the heart. And I love their. It makes sense to me that the whale and elephant have come in, because they're immense. Their bodies already can hold a lot of energy physically, and I've been feeling I've been going through a lot of releasing. I've had a lot of back issues, and it's almost to the day a year ago. So my body's got that body memory of wanting to clear. So that's, but it feels a lot around to do with the heart, and are we supported, and with all the breakdown going on in society, which needs to happen. And alongside that, I've been diving into soul alchemy, and of course dragon energy weaves throughout alchemy. Yeah, that's me, really, in this now moment.
I'm laughing because as you were speaking, there's a woodpecker outside the window here, and he just keeps banging on the house. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
okay. Yeah, I too, wow. A lot of releasing, and I typically don't have back stuff going on. And lately, myself, including many others that I know, being the low back, you know, in the sacral ancestral energies of our
right.
right in the back of the heart where we hold grief. Is really strong, and then right up into the occiput. And I asked, well, what is this? And they said, it's a big clearing. Just let it unfold, let it release. Don't try to force it. A lot of rest, a lot of hydration. You know, I keep telling people, make sure you're hydrated and resting in between all these incredible frequencies that are coming into the planet now, that trying to have an understanding with the mind doesn't even comprehend. It's such a visceral and even esoteric is what came to me, of this feeling of being so connected to the universe, as if we really truly are. If you're ever feeling a connection to the universe now, it's that we are the universe living in a human life. And that dragon energy has been coming in strong for me. I got my first little dragon guardian out in the garden watching over the plants, and has a butterfly attached to him. And I thought, oh, that's the baby dragon, you know. And they definitely are coming in, as some of them are a little bit mischievous teenagers, you know, like getting into trouble like a little rebel, you know. But yeah, it's an exciting time to be here, to be alive on the planet, even with the struggles and the challenges. And like you said, Zahara, this breaking down, it has to be. It would be wonderful if we could just say, well, we don't have to do that. Let's just go right to the heart of it. But I really believe it's all part of it, and it's all in place for us to experience something that we've never gotten this far with. Never have we come this far in history and humanity. And so I think it's such an exciting time to be creative, to, gather in community, even if it's just a few people, to just be with each other, to hold space with each other, and call in whatever beings, if it's dragons or angels or ETs, we're all family anyway. We're all, one beautiful, God source love in a form of some kind. And exciting. Yeah, it's very exciting. Very grateful to be here, and glad that we're sharing together today. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh, can't hear.
You're
silent. The Zoom thing.
Thank you. There you are.
Yeah, so my experiences with the dragons recently, I can't believe how much of a different level it's gone to of late. So I had a recent visit to a place called Whitby, in the north of England. And when I went to sleep there in the place that I was staying, that was on a cliff that overlooks the sea, and it's a sacred place there. There's an abbey there and St. Mary's Church. So many ley lines go to that point, and St. Mary's Church would have been built on an ancient pagan site as well. So it's been known to have strong energies for a long time. And as I was going to sleep the first night, first of all, it felt like I was sleeping on the tour in Glastonbury. Like, the energy was so strong and it felt really similar. And I could feel the connection between Glastonbury and Whitby. And it had come up in a call, in a regular call that I'm doing with a group of ladies as well, the connection between Whitby Abbey and Glastonbury Abbey. But as I was looking in, as it were, it's like I was shown into the hill, and it was just full of dragons, like hundreds, if not thousands of dragons. I couldn't believe how many dragons there were. Some of them in stasis and some of them awake. And it definitely feels like a lot more of them are awake now. And it felt like, because we did some group work around this as well, and it felt like our collective energy on the earth has got up to such a level that more and more dragons are coming in. It's like it sent some kind of message out, I guess, to the galactic dragons to kind of come on in. Yeah, have you both got more to add to that?
Well, something I've been caught. It's all in divine timing. So while you were speaking, last year a lot of people went to south of France, and I'm like, oh, who? And yet another friend, and then another friend. I'm like, this is. And so then I felt the call to go to, is it Bucharest, or how you put it, the upside down mountain. And someone was telling me when they went, it's like the sixth person, oh yeah, when I went, drove by, and I felt this massive dragon that's wanting to awaken at the base of the mountain. So I'm going the third week of June there, and I'm excited and nervous excited because there's so much there. But while you were speaking, I was feeling into that, about the bridges between these places, and because I've been called to here, which is very near to the golden dragon energy, So, when we move around and make those bridges physical, we go there. So I don't, but part of me just can't get my head around that I'm going there. But so that's so why I mentioned that also, because I thought, I hadn't, prior to this, nothing's come up with dragon. I'm like, I got that vision just when I woke up. I don't know, I think it was a couple of months ago with Sophia, which I haven't been focusing on. It's that energy, but Sophia came from the center of Gaia through the energy of being risen up through a dragon, and I'm like, whoa, oh my god. There's, and just as you were speaking, Denise, that they were going, and like it's being peeled back. The earth is, the layers are being peeled back, the energetic layers, and connected to that. While I'm here, there's the land that called me here, very nearby. I've been twice, and I don't like going there because there's been so much human torture and horror there. I feel I've done my bit. I've done my bit there. But I don't know why I said that. But it's just that, yes, because of the layers, the layers that are being shed, that the human energy that the earth that is in the earth, and the dragons are coming in to assist with this, with helping release, and I'm sort of, so we're talking about the individual and the collective, and then groups where, the clearing of the back area, and the grief, and the ancestral. But I feel there's that, the body, the sacredness of the body of Gaia, and that's that.
I so resonate with that. My gosh, yeah. What's coming up, I've been hearing this even since yesterday, is about the dragon energy holds all the elements. That, immediately people associate it with fire because they spew fire, which they do. Certainly a fiery creature energetically, but they also go into water
and air, and
so they are this multi-dimensional, elemental, energetic that we all have within us, and we could pull on from those energies to, like, this transformation that we're all going through, to pull in those elements. Like, and you said about the, it is like the shedding of a snake, not just us, but Mother Earth is certainly experiencing it, and because she's feeling it, so are we. And I just feel like the more we connect to our own inner dragon, and then bring out that own unique, inner dragon that lives inside of us, that inner creature, even through, like, I found myself the other day when I was stretching my body because of the middle of my back being so tight, to really open up that area and to just kind of let the shedding, let that peel away, like you said, because why carry it with you? It's not serving, I know we're programmed to hold on to the things of the past, because who will I be without it? But I really think, these galactic frequencies and earth frequencies, and that inner dragon that lives inside of us is calling on us now, saying, hey, pay attention to me. I'm in here. Don't forget about me. here I am. And, let that show you, if if you're feeling resonance with this, let that show you, well, what's happening next? Like, what's coming up? Where am I going? What direction? I think that, that energy that lives inside of us has this magical way of directing us if we're willing to pay attention to it and say, yeah, I really want to flow into the next part of my journey in a way that I've never, ever experienced before. It can be daunting sometimes.
Yeah, that takes something to say that. That really does.
Like, oh, where's this going to take me?
Yeah,
But maybe something really incredibly magical. We're willing to trust the journey. It's like, believe in ourselves and trust and know that it is all divine. And yeah, there are challenges. There's no denying that. Not here to deny it, to honor it and say, okay, with this challenge, I give thanks to myself for showing up to be here for it. Can I thank myself? Can I honor myself? Can I honor my brothers and sisters for walking this path with me? Even when it's the loneliest, darkest night of the soul, and nobody can go there with me because it is my journey. But in truth, we are all walking it. We're all walking each other home.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And the dragon.
Honor. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was saying the dragons are here to guide us.
Yeah, so resonant because honor for me, I was something when you were saying honor, I was like, oh, because dragons, with and knights that there is what is honorable and being of service and being and courage, and open-heartedness, but there is that that's sort of the knight in shining armor, the shiningness of that, and then I feel, especially connection, Denise, and you, Marianne, there's a playfulness aspect to dragon. So this, like you say, all the time, causing a lot of like teenagers. I mean, it's so gentle, and everybody, in every culture, country, everybody knows dragon. Yeah. There's a knowing, there's an inner knowing, like unicorn. Even there's like, it's like everyone knows. They are alive. But yeah, that really touched me when you were saying honorable,
and I think you made a really strong point there about awakening our inner dragon. This has been something that I've been aware of as well, especially the last few weeks. It does feel like our inner dragon really is awakening, and it's hard to know what you exactly mean by that. Like, I don't believe physically we're going to develop scales and spikes, as far as
you never know.
Never know. You never know. But it does feel like it's something to do with the dragon heart. It's like, because to me the dragons are pure unconditional love. And you might look at an image of a dragon and think they look a bit scary, but when you feel the energy of a dragon, it's very different from that. Like, it's very so very loving. Like, that's the energy that I always feel when I connect with them, and it's quite overwhelming, that level of love that they have. Like, it's fierce. It's like fierce loving, and it's gentle as well. Like, there's real kind of paradoxes with the dragons too.
That's true. I feel that.
Zahara, I know I haven't seen this live yet, and I don't know how much of it you'll be able to remember, but someone shared with me that you were speaking about the rose dragons in there.
To be honest, so much, I am very gifted in that so much flows through when it's gone through. It's gone. I'm like, have I? I know I've got the divine feminine roses coming through, and that's imminent. And the first one is a black rose, is source, which is Isis, and I'm like, oh. So as it is, like, that's immense. So there will be dragon in there, but yeah, I do not recall that.
I have that wrong because I haven't seen it.
No, I also keep looking at this image. Can I bring up an image that I started it, and then I've not continued it, and everything's in divine timing. Oh,
Gemma. Little dragon baby over there.
yeah. She's a bit kind of, oh, she's yawning there.
Oh, wow.
Let me just,
Wow.
let me pin your,
And there's the whale, and that's Sophia, and obviously there's the dragon. But I was so that's just before my back started going. And I haven't visited again. There wants to be a phoenix that's sort of coming out, and I'm like, okay, I wants to literally like 3D. I'm like, okay, but that's all very talking about that's sun, that's a she.
Is this an ET?
That is, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's incredible. Looks like an Arcturian.
Yeah, so a birthing cosmos within, envisioning. Obviously, there's planets. That's even a being there, but there's eyes. But that's Sophia rising, and then the dragon. So it's big. It's big for me, and and that's. And I'm only going to have colour there. She's got one eye, Sophia, all-seeing eye, and that's so there's red there and red there, and there's not. My idea is that there's that's just the red. There might be yellow, there might be green, but it's pretty. But the colour is going to be with Sophia. But that's
Is that a commissioned print?
no. But yeah, I want to get it. It's extraordinary because I was so it was like, that's it, I'm doing it now, and then my back issue, and then it's like it's just been sitting there. So I think now, plus I had a lot of other people's work that I needed to do, and that I've caught up. But I think this bit, our sharing is initiated to return, I think. But you got a connection, Denise, with the dragon rose?
something
You definitely got with rose and dragon.
Yeah, because I'm feeling there are rose dragons, and I haven't really delved so much into it yet. Because to me, the rose feels like a frequency, and the rose flower is an aspect of that frequency.
Yes, unconditional love.
Yeah. So I feel there are rose dragons. Tim said, because I've opened a Facebook group, not page, which is a dragon and rose immersion, and I wanted to put those together, and I thought it's not strange to put them together, but it feels right. And Tim Kansler said to me, well, the rose is your Taurus, field.
Mhm.
And the dragon lines are your dragon lines. So they're linked within the body, at least in that way. But I do feel a connection between, and yeah, you're right about the unconditional love, but I feel there's more maybe that I haven't kind of like got to yet.
Well, they're both divine feminine. So the dragon represented the divine feminine in the true Celtic myth of St. George and the Dragon. You've heard me speak about that before. The original myth was St. George goes to finds the sacred feminine, his other half, and sings to the dragon and plays I think it's a harp, or I can't remember whether it's a harp or flute, but he sings as well. And then the dragon comes out of the cave and then transforms into the divine feminine. So the dragon is a divine feminine. And then it got distorted over time that St. George had to kill the dragon to release the feminine that was being held captive by the dragon. So there's so for me the rose is divine feminine and the dragon is divine feminine. And then I hadn't been thinking about that. And then the image of Sophia rising from the center of Gaia through the energy of dragon. I know for me there is that Kundalini energy is also there.
I was just as you were saying that, the first thing that came to me is, the rose. It's the blossoming open of our sensuality, that we also shut down our sensuality because it's associated with something bad. And but our sensuality is the nectar of life, and that beautiful rose frequency with the passionate energy of the dragon, the feminine. And it's not that we're leaving the masculine out. We're not. Because within that, the masculine plays its part too. But the frequency of roses are the highest on the planet, they say, when you get the rose oil.
Oh, right.
Really, like, putting that right on the heart or on the womb area. I usually take jasmine, 1 drop of jasmine, 1 drop of rose. I put them together, and then I put it on the womb and I put it on the heart, and I ask that it be reconnected, because we've disconnected from that creational womb energy of the mother. But as you said, that the other roses are the blossoming, the softness, the juicy, sensual energies that we have disconnected from, that we've had to shun away because it's taught that you can't do that, and don't go there. Well, why not? That's the problem, is because we haven't. And it's time to reclaim that feminine, pleasurable, that yes, I could feel pleasure in my body instead of all this pain in my back that I've been carrying. That it's time to lift that old, I want to call it a program or a trauma imprint that could go way back from eons of time that we've been carrying, not even just from this lifetime, but to say, I release this trauma, I release this imprint. Thank you for your service, but it's time that I set myself free now.
And it almost feels like the rose has been here when the dragons went into stasis, so they're not in physical form anymore. Like the rose is holding the energy of the dragon in physical form. And I think dogs do as well. I've said that a lot. I think dogs have held that essence of dragon on the planet too. But in plant form, it feels to me like the rose has been holding that essence of dragon.
Yeah, because they have thorns, don't they? I was thinking dogs have teeth. Gemma is just Gemma is a very gentle soul. But talking of service, she would just, and she has it. She will just sacrifice her life to defend me. She just will, you know, she's little, but she will, if she thinks there's like I'm under threat, that's it. She hurtles herself. And I'm like,
Her dragon comes out, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I was walking in the local forest here, and you know, she's all curled up and all very cute there, and she is beautiful. And so she's comes running back with a quarter or a third part of a hare, the legs and tail. I don't know, she might have killed it because it was very fresh. And she showed me it, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then she ate the whole thing. And I felt it, you know, it was, for me, it was very sacred. It's like, it's her natural
instinct.
Yeah. And then I asked my neighbor friend, but I said, she ate the whole thing. I didn't interfere because it's like, it felt sacred. This is something that that's in her DNA to do. She said, always need to eat the whole thing, so that the fur lines the intestines in the stomach and all the way, so the bones don't get trapped. And so she knew that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that we can have such distortion around what is nature and what is natural and what is wild, you know, and I've been learning that being by the forest here, and this feels very dragon. You know, there was not this winter, but the winter before, where there was a big storm and huge ancient piece of mistletoe came down from this oak tree, and it's huge, like massive piece. So I brought it back home, and when a minute it came into this, it's a new estate that I live, but a human, it was, the energy was like, it was like a dragon inside. I'm like, I don't know whether I can sleep. I can't, like, it's too late to go back now. But the energy, the wild energy is not happy here. But I got so excited about bringing this energy, and I thought it was a gift to me. But it was a gift because I certainly learned a lot, and I took it back the next day. And then the energy, the vibration of the presence of the forest spoke to me in a way that I've not felt before, because I'd owned up, you know, and but then it felt, well, I was meant to do that. You know, there was no fault. There's no fault. But so yes, it's not convenient, not comfortable. The amounts of I trudging through the mud. It feels that's dragon energy. You know, even the mosquitoes that keep very protected. If it feels like I temporarily lose hope or faith, and I know that's being held in the collective, and that's what the grief is, that heart pain. That energy it's not possible to kill it. You cannot. It's like you say, it's life, it's creation. Dragon is everything, in everything.
And to me, the dragon is represents creation. That's what the dragon is to me. Like, you know, in terms of manifestation, we think of the fairies as being clear manifestors, but to me, the dragons are kind of next level to that. And I'm sure, you know, we're all aware of the dragon lines in the earth and in our bodies, the energy lines. And the dragons really seem to have that, because I was just going to talk about their electric. You know, putting the energy lines in feels quite electric in some ways, but it's magnetic as well. And they seem to hold that balance of electro and magnetic. I'm not really sure where I'm going with that, but over to you.
Did you go to Uluru when you were in Australia? No.
No, strangely, I wasn't called.
Right. That's just dropped in.
Mm.
um,
Yeah, I still would like to, but not yet. Now I wonder, because it's 1919, and Marianne, I know you need to go into
Yeah.
a minute.
I was just getting like, yeah, I want to offer a light language transmission in case I have to head out sooner, but feel free to continue on. Orkiaron satori yaita. Kostellaro satan urvatiaika sum. Zungeria tatsutseya kwaina. Mendoriva rishalaya kun sarisasua. Antori irvasent ur kinchet sitsot sodor iteya i nejeda. Nejedar iakosata. Nejedar isakosatar iatar ikasuma. Jem or visheze kususususususur. Endorika mumai enoia. Lalun irvaniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniaroniar Haluaya anumianai ije ajaya uskator vasai ishana atai 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 marakata 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 shianya shianya nun iaram amua aqua i Ei, no, 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 ni, nanai, nanai, ni, akusha, shu, 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 shu. From our hearts to yours, we give you thanks. Remember who you are. Remember the blessed energy that lives inside of you that you came to the earth to share with your fellow star seeds. We give thanks and we love you. And so it is. Oh.
Ial ia totun dorentai. Ko id yn tant gyda ynt oed kikut oed oist. Wy ohial hiant oed oed ynt orlai. Mae lea hiant oed ynt oed. Ba ydygyd und oed He lea hoiant o. Nai atona he ton tadai. He leeg jant ot oikant neer doend de eert uit het Ke je oost ardgooi neer noko. Maar nog ja, de hij het to. Ke glij na koei te de eers. Neer geduid de eindoi te ba. Ke je leeg jant ooit Kuli bar de kirkjat tot oort ja mundo door de Kia harui tatantai. Peporne kia bait ot oi kiesta. Kialahan oi tutur da. Kialea no oist daet atapur no ai. Kialer no. Upai hele kitu urt.
Muy, muy good. No, yes. Một. Mau. Iare kotoro shiana har yeah.
Thank you both. Zahara, when you were doing your transmission then, I was seeing lots of dragons coming up through the center of the earth, like going boing, like being kind of like thrust out and into the cosmos. Whew. That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Beautiful to share space with you.
Yes.
And all of us.
I've been seeing lots of huge dragons. Like I keep seeing, I think there's about 6 of them flying around the earth, but they're huge. It's like they're nose to tail. They're so big, but there's only about 6 of them flying around, and maybe one at the top and one at the, one at the Arctic and one at the Antarctic, but 6 6 flying around the middle. And some really big ones flying out of the ocean too. It feels like whatever we're doing on the planet, and as more of us connect with the dragons and the dragons connect with us more, it just feels like this frequency is really just getting stronger and stronger.
I feel that. Yeah, I keep getting a lot of deep emerald green dragon and like a crimson red with gold. There's three of them. There's a crimson, an emerald, and then a really like just gold, pure gold. Really strongly.
Yeah, I had the golden dragons coming in yesterday. Actually, it was really like I could see the gold first, and then it kind of started to take form into a dragon. I was just doing some energy work on my body and kind of doing some fascia work in a new way, kind of pressing in with various tools or massage balls, but then really moving my body and kind of separating the fascia in that way. And I was doing this kind of like wriggle, but it felt like Denise wasn't in control of this. I was being wriggled, my body was being wriggled. And then this gold dragon was so strong in my vision. It was really beautiful.
I remember when I connected with Golden Dragon last year. It's so talkative. I was sort of aware of being worked with them being so a force of nature and creation, but this particular being was very full of wisdom and a lot of knowledge and very talkative. I was not expecting that.
Wow.
Yeah. So felt very in that's how that's been brought through for being the advisor to Merlin, you know, the access, again, that's kept in the cave, that has all the ancient wisdom and you know, wisdom is connected to Sophia, and but that yeah.
And the Sisterhood of the Rose as well, just to go back to the rose. I really link the Sisterhood of the Rose with dragons.
Well, when I go, I'll see what happens. What happens? Are we going to a cave at the base of the mountain? And I believe that's where someone told me Tom Kenyon has sung there. And
oh wow.
Because I love it, you know, he really resonates beautifully with his sounding. I feel I'm not recalling him. I've heard a whale song, but I don't recall him sounding a dragon. But I'm sure he must have. It's just I haven't heard everything he's channeled.
So Marianne has just put her website in the chat on Facebook, and I was just going to ask Marianne if she's got anything coming up, but I'm sure she'll be back in a second. While we're on that, but if Marianne comes back, I might just hand back to her because I know she has to.
Yeah.
Have you anything coming up?
Yes, I got it's the rose. It's the divine feminine rose. That's coming up, and I've got that's on my website. That's in July. I think it's starting in July. So there will be there's the different ascended aspects of the rose. So Isis, and for instance, and Mary Magdalene, another one. So that just dropped in. I was not expecting that. I had it in my diary heart for months. I'm like, what is this? And so just trusting whatever, you know, that is completely non-head led. And then I'm going to go to Glastonbury in July, and I want to hire the Magdalene Chapel. So I'm going to be there 14th of July to the 14, 15, 16, 17. I think I'm leaving on the 19th or 18th. And so over that weekend, I'm hoping to hire the Magdalene Chapel and just be there doing some soundings. So whoever wants to hang out with me. So I'm putting it out there because because there's obviously not that many people that volunteer there, and it's quite hard. I've emailed them before and not got back, so I'm putting it out there so now it's sort of heard in the ethers, the universe, vibrationally. That's it. Yeah. And I've started to had 2 meetings of in-person meeting in where I live here in Monmouth. So that's new. Had 6 people turn up for the first one, and then a lovely person turn up for the second one. And it's all divine. You know, it's yeah. So that's that.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, here's Maryanne.
There we go.
Are you offering anything at the moment? I've mentioned your website, www.starseedmission.org.
Yeah, that's my new website. I'm putting together some webinars and actually some local stuff in the coming months where I'm in New Jersey now. I will be offering a star seed, a course about star seeds, because I feel like a lot of people are asking about it and wanting to know. And so I just put together the materials. I keep changing it and I keep saying, okay, now this is it, universe, right? Okay. And then the next day, oh, wait a minute.
Know what that's like, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I will be offering that, and just waiting to see what else wants to come through and is unfolding. And there's just been so much shifting so fast.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. I shall check out your new website.
Yeah.
And I've got, what have I got coming up? Next Tuesday, I've got a teeth and gums.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, like a collective regeneration thing. And I
Perfect timing, because I'm going for some dental work and I've been going through stuff. I'm like, oh my God, that's it. I couldn't, when I saw that, I was like, wow, that was great. I was like, you never see that. It's like, who posts stuff like that? No one.
And I'm wondering as well, with my nursing background, whether there's going to be more body stuff that I do. I don't know. We'll see how it goes with this one. But, and also I don't really want to separate the body because it's all whole. However, I still think it's all right to focus, you know, that there'll be part of this that it will be the whole body, but we're actually just focusing in on the teeth and gums, not having it as separate from the whole body. And the dragons have been very, very present. I did the dragon immersion. I did 6 of those. But also, I think I'm going to be doing a monthly Dragon Connect, whether it's just with the dragons. I think the next one might have a Magdalene. It might have a rose component to it. And that's on the 30th of May. But there'll be one a month, I think, of those for now. Like they just want to be heard and seen, the dragons. That's what I'm getting at the moment. It's so strong. Yeah, and details of those are on my page. I do not as yet have a website. Is there anything else that is wanting to be shared? And Maryanne, if you need to tootle.
I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me. This was so wonderful, and I'm so glad we got to reconnect. And to everyone watching now and who will be watching later, I'm so grateful to each of you. Thank you for joining us. I'm feeling very blessed and just excited about how things are unfolding. And yeah, the more we can gather and share about dragons and ETs and angels or whatever it is that we wish to share about, I'm just, feeling excited about it all. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Much love to each and every one of you out there.
And thank you, Maryanne. Thank you for stepping in at the last. It was a 1 a.m. for me, last minute booking.
My pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you.
and it all feels perfect. Yeah, it's lovely to connect again. Thank you.
There's
Zahara, is there anything else that you would like to share? Anything the dragons are wishing to bring forward?
Time to dance. It's time to dance. Time to move. They just showed me that. That will activate, energize, gathering in circle and dancing. That's what they're showing. That you know, the bare feet on the earth, under the sky, under the stars, the sun and the moon, with the elements. But yeah, in the physical, that's all that is needed. They're saying that's all that is needed, because the human programming, which feels like more like a machinery, they're here to remind us of the dragon energy, of what vastness, beauty, and nature we are, and keep that connected. And there's so much that each of us have that's infinitely, vastly, furiously, generously, passionately, tenderly, gently, immense, each of us, and they can remind us of that.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you both so much, and thank you to everybody who has been with us on the call as well. Thank you for all your comments. I've been trying to keep an eye on them as we go. If anyone feels to share this along to any groups or anything as well, that is always appreciated. Get the dragon message out, and I will put my PayPal in the comments as well, and that might go towards a new microphone because everyone was saying my voice was a bit quiet. So yeah, microphone donations would be awesome. All right. Yeah, thank you everyone who's been with us. It just feels delightful. So I am going to stop the live. Thank you everyone so much.
Thank you so much. We love you.
Love, love, love.